So one of the questions which was asked was how to access soul life scripts. Now, firstly, the word life scripts in itself is confusing, and probably to a lot of people, it's a new word. Now, life script is like, it's like your own autobiography. But this is an autobiography written by your own soul. So that is your soul life script. So your soul has written an autobiography about you in a human form, in a human life. And so after being born as a human, how do you access actually these soul written autobiographies? Because there are no printed books. So how do you access it? That is why there are a lot of healing modalities like the Akashic one, the past life regression one. Certain are even mediums. Certain are what you call as, I call them as intergalactic connectors. Certain are, they are able to just have a deep connection with the universal beings through hypnotherapy or deeper trance levels. The technique I use is HART, HART, that is healing above regression therapy. So all these things are there, and many other modalities which probably I have not mentioned. Yeah, of course, the QHHT as well. So these are the several different modalities in which a person can access their own life scripts. Now here, let me also explain to you why you actually need to even access your own soul life script. The reason is simple. Rather, it's not simple, but still, for me, it has become simple. The reason is, um, once when you are born in a human form, you tend to actually forget the purpose, because that is how the soul journeys are. Soul writes your entire script of life, but once you take birth in a human form, you do not remember anything what I had written in my own life script as a soul. So then what happens is, then the journey begins for a human to eventually reach the purpose of their life for which they are born. Now, the purpose of their life is not just one purpose, it could be umpteen purposes of a human life. So, in that, what happens now is, your soul decides, or rather writes, life scripts in the form of an organization chart, which I've explained in my previous videos. So it's like your soul is writing, if you choose this in your life, this is where you will land up. So if you take this as a choice, you will land up here. Example of marriage. If you marry this person, you will be having a horrible married life. If you marry this person, you will be having a very beautiful life. So this will be your journeys. Okay. So your own choices, which we even call as the free will, decides the kind of organization chart you will be going towards, and whether you're going to go away from your purpose of life or towards the purpose of your life. Because many a times what can happen is, if a soul has chosen that no, I need to actually go through this very bad stages of marriage eventually to learn to actually start loving myself instead of just giving love to others. So that could be that reason of the soul to choose such a bad marriage, eventually to build the strength to find their own self and love themselves no matter what, and not wait for the other people to love them. So don't think that just because you are having a lot of difficult circumstances in your life, traumatic circumstances, that means that your karma is bad, or as people feel that, oh, I must have done something wrong with someone even in this lifetime, that is why I'm having all these bad marriage, or I had a very bad childhood, or these incidences have happened in my life. It is not so. Everything is a learning. But yeah, if you are repeatedly living in a thought cycle of, for example, my life has always been like this, dull, depressed, sad. If you remain in that loop of thought, then of course you are never going to achieve your purpose for which you are born. Then that is when we say that the soul has lost in the life script, and basically the journey might end for that person, or after a very more difficult lifetime journey, eventually the soul will exit as a human. So when you access these life scripts through all these healing modalities which I have told, eventually you are also learning exactly why you were born. You come to know the purpose why you're born. You also come to know the mistakes or the way you have been in your previous births. So suddenly you realize, even in this birth, you have been the same person. You have been actually repeating the same mistakes of your previous lifetimes. So basically, when you access your life scripts, it saves you from a lot of waste of time as a human life. You get a guidance as to how you need to proceed with your human life. You also come to know what exactly is your purpose, and whether the purpose, meaning it can even be a career change. It can even be change in the people around you. I mean, if you know that this is the partner with whom I'm having so much trauma, and in all my life births, my learning has been to get over that trauma and actually choose myself, but you haven't done that life after life. When you learn this through these journeys of your soul and opening a life script, you learn that now I know what I need to do in my life. I need to choose myself. So a lot of such things, it's not just in connection to your relationship. Every aspect of your life becomes known to you, open to you. So that's the benefit of knowing your life script of your soul.